and on the left-hand side as well. Crosses into the box, and hopefully Hulse can finally put one away.
Thanks, Matt. You just get the feeling this game is going to take off at some point. Let's go back to our commentators, Chris Kamara and Ian Crocker.
Well, Sheffield United keeping Leeds waiting. Their fans are here in force, and what a time they've had so far this season. 12 wins out of 14. A remarkable start, really. And of course, they have ruled in recent meetings against Kevin Blackwell's Leeds in the league last season. Hulse with perhaps the best chance of the first half with that header. There's still no sign of Sheffield United, who, as I mentioned, have been dominant in recent encounters. Of course, these two teams didn't meet for a long time. Leeds are in the Premiership, Sheffield United outside of it. You have to go back 12 years to find the last time Leeds beat Sheffield United, 2-1 that day. Obviously, a day when the Blades lacked leadership from their captain, Chris Kamara.
Dave Bassett took me off, and that was the turning point in the game. We were already 2-1 down at the time, but I know if he'd have left me on, we'd have got something out of it.
That's what they all said. No goals yet. Match waiting to take off, and you wouldn't be surprised if it did in this second half. There's been signs of it in that first, and Phil Jagielka was the one who had a chance with that blast from range. I'm sure Neil Warnock has stirred it up in the dressing room as usual, as he takes on his old ally, Kevin Blackwell.
Well, it would have been a psychological ploy straight away. Make them wait for us. Let them have a minute on that pitch, 2 minutes maximum, thinking about us coming out. And then his last words will be right, now go and produce.
Maybe the first half was merely a warm-up for what's to come in this Yorkshire derby. Cabba rode the challenge of Richardson.
And that's the one thing he would have said to his two strikers, Shipley and especially Cabba. I've got Danny Webber, I've got Pericard on the bench. Make sure that you run around. Otherwise, expect your number coming up. There's Vincent Pericard. Looks ready for it.
Some toothpick, that.
You seen his teeth?
Gary Kelly takes. Came off Chris Morgan's knee. Butler. Here's Sean Derry facing his former club. Harding rather wasting that. There's nobody over there for Leeds at all.
Yeah, just as we saw a couple of superb challenges in midfield. Dan Harding goes and spoils it with a wayward pass.
Sheffield United without their first choice fullbacks today. It's just gone away from Robbie Blake, and here is one of those replacements, Derek Geary. Geary and Alan Wright in for Cosworth and Unsworth, who both have hamstrings. Lewis. He's delivered. Oh, and Paddy Kenny grabs it eventually.
I'll tell you what, well done, Chris Morgan, or was it Phil Jagielka? One of those two. One of them relied on the goalkeeper's shout, took his foot away from the ball.
Derry. Harding. Here's Paul Butler. Hulse. Butler winning that. Right. Cabba. Well, he's kept hold of it against the odds, perhaps. Eiffel. Didn't quite happen for him in the first half. Happening for him now if he can get to that, but he won't.
Well, when in doubt, I would have said to Jagielka, as his manager, get rid of this ball. Do not rely on your goalkeeper getting this. But look at that. He relied on his keeper. His keeper didn't do him anything wrong either. He came and took charge of the situation. Could have went wrong, but it didn't.
Derry. Sheffield United 5 points clear of second place Reading, who go to Stoke tomorrow. Top two looking good, but being challenged by Luton, who've been wonderful to watch this season. And Leeds in fourth place. Morgan's header.
What's improvement from Leeds? Starting to put pressure on, and I wouldn't say pen Sheffield United in, but certainly moving the play towards their goal.
Sheffield United beaten only twice this season, by QPR first, and then by Reading in controversial circumstances at the Medeski. And Lee Bromby's error gives Leeds a corner. The majority inside Ellen Road hopeful as Lewis swings it in. Hulse and Douglas both near it, but free kick given.
I'm not sure he does a lot wrong. Rob Hulse, from where we're looking at it, obviously referee Alan Wiley's a lot closer to us. Let's have a look at the jump and the challenge. Maybe that left arm is across Bromby.
Missed the start of the season with an ankle injury, Rob Hulse, but soon got going. Currently on 8 goals. Might have been 9 with that first half header. Geary's throw straight to Lewis. Rescued by Montgomery. Now Cabba. Eiffel. It's gone out, but it is a Sheffield United throw. Geary quickly in towards Eiffel. And Douglas has to cover, and now it's a corner.
Yeah, Harding thought the throw should have been for Leeds, so got caught out of position.
Jagielka and Bromby and Morgan joining the strikers.
Well, Leeds don't have anybody on that near post, so Bromby's gone and stood himself on it.
Quinn's corner. Alan Wright tried to ping it back to Quinn. Jagielka just beating Hulse to it. Blackwell giving Dan Harding a few words as he takes this throw. That cannons off Geary. Down the line by Harding to Blake. Now Rob Hulse. Geary screened him. Derry. Robbie Blake. It opens up. And Blake finds Richardson. Can he get his shot away? You bet he can! A stunner from Richardson. And Leeds strike first in this Yorkshire derby.
I tell you what, this is a special strike. It's absolutely brilliant. Neil Warnock's complaining because they took the throw in the wrong place to begin with, and that's what happens. The quality of this strike from Richardson is absolutely magnificent. Just watch as this ball goes out to Blake, and then it passes this ball to Richardson. The weight, magnificent, but watch him turn right, inside and out. I'm not coming inside, I'm going outside, and then tee it up on my right foot and put so much venom in this strike that it'll whistle past the goalkeeper. Look at that, absolutely superb. Watch the movement, and then the strike, his eyes and concentrations on the ball, and then bang, look at that, top left-hand corner, what a beauty. Look at the celebration from the manager.
Neil Warnock raging about where that throw-in was taken. He's not having it, but then he never normally does have it. But Fraser Richardson scores only his second league goal for Leeds. His first was a similarly spectacular strike from about the same position, actually, against Derby on the opening day of last season.
Well, Neil Warnock's complaint is because of the fact that when Bromby took a throw in the first half, he gave it the other way because he stole a few yards. And that's exactly what he's saying now, is when they stole a few yards, he didn't do anything.
Bromby, huge throw, and Shipley for Eiffel, and it's bobbled off him for a goal kick.
Well, let's just have a look when this ball goes out. How many yards does Dan Harding steal from where the ball goes out? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hardly anything. Nothing to complain about, really. You're clutching at straws if you're asking for that throw-in to be taken again, Neil. But then the movement, the pass from Blake, great in the beginning. Alan Wright, see you later, mate. And then, what a beauty.
Well, they all do that, don't they? But it won't stop Neil Warnock having a go at Alan Wiley. There wasn't much in it at all, but you try telling Neil that. This Yorkshire derby has burst into life now.
He's got to be careful, Neil, now. He just needs his assistant, Stuart McCall, just to have a word with him, pull him back in and say, hang on a minute, concentrate, there's a long way to go in this game, you know.
He's already facing an FA charge, of course, for losing his rag at Reading. She had plenty to moan about down there, but even so, found an abusive language, and he has admitted that charge. Douglas was late on Jagielka then, and Alan Wiley decides to pull play back. Cabot is quite happy to continue.
Once again, you know, he's not looking ahead at the play, Alan Wiley. Cabra, as you said, in a great position.
Neil Warnock giving the Leeds fans some stick now, in a slightly more friendly way than he was speaking to the referee. Highfield centre, out by Kilgallen. There's Bromby with no one around him. Lewis just missed it. Geary hoping to progress. Montgomery deflected en route, and Eiffel took a deflection then as well. Corner.
Paul Butler wasn't sure what to do with it. Decided to leave it.
Chance for Sheffield United to hit back. Quinn's corner. Leeds may yet break out with the goal scorer, Fraser Richardson. Sean Berry. Robbie Blake up against Alan Quinn, and Quinn will get the throw.
Well, now it's a game. Now it's played at a fast and furious pace, which we didn't have in the first half. Of course, Sheffield United having to chase it now and get themselves back into it, but it also leaves space for Leeds to run into on the counter-attack.
Gillespie will be on in a moment. Montgomery is dancing his way through, and it's Shipley. And it cannons off Kilgallen. And Jagielka slamming that out. And Steve Gillespie probably going to replace Paul Eiffel here. Gillespie makes his 13th appearance from the bench this season.
It's not been his night, has it, Paul Eiffel? That's one thing for certain. So much better than what we've seen tonight, but this fella has been revitalised under Neil Warnock. Keith Gillespie, always been a good talent. So I think he realises now that he needs to produce, and he's done that since he's been to Sheffield United.
Right. Away by Kelly. Geary. Gillespie gets a chance to make an immediate impact. Oh, he has made an impact, but Sullivan puts it out of the air.
Brilliant cross. This is what Neil Warnock's wanted. Have a go at Harding because he allows you to get the crosses in. Doesn't get tight enough, but just nice for Shipley. Yeah. For Sullivan to come across there.
Douglas. Richardson, goal scorer. Return provider, but not like that.
Now's the opportunity for Leeds to play with their heads. We've got a goal in front. Keep possession, hold it up, keep the ball away from Sheffield United. Don't give it away. Don't take chances. Don't be in too much of a hurry.
Could join Luton on the same number of points if they win here. Lewis. Hulse in the middle, and Lewis has got the better of Geary. And it's across towards Richardson, and Douglas running in, but Kenny rushing out. Oh, Butler will surely get a yellow card for that challenge on Stephen Cabot.
No doubt about it, from behind. Stephen Cabot, look, he can't come through the back. Nothing of the ball whatsoever.
The third Leeds player to be booked tonight, Kelly and Hulse the others. Cabot on the receiving end.
Well, Derek Geary shouldn't dive in here, but once he does dive in, Eddie Lewis has now got options. He's looking, he decides to go far post, maybe just put a little bit too much on it, and Jagielka once again the man back there.
Danny Webber is going to be on for Sheffield United imminently. Scored in the 4-0 win for Neil Warnock's side here last season. And influential at Millwall in midweek. Geary. Lewis, that'll be offside against Robbie Blake.
He's just stood in there, Robbie Blake, as you can see. But Leeds finding the way through down this left-hand side. I'll be surprised to see Derek Geary as an ex-Sheffield United player to part this football pitch.
And Butler left it. A shout from Sullivan, no doubt. Leeds with scores to settle after being beaten twice by Sheffield United last season, and frankly embarrassed by them here in that 4-0 defeat, but Fraser Richardson's excellent effort has given them the edge so far. Sheffield United, though, haven't got where they are this season without a bit of resilience. Typical, really, that Neil Warnock should waste no time in bringing on another striker. Incidentally, in his 6 years at Sheffield United, he has bought 25 strikers in that time.
They like to strike it, don't they?
Sheffield United just holding on that change as Leeds go on the attack. Gillespie. Cabot. Kilgallen. Desperate to get a run in the side, Matt Kilgallen. But Butler and Gregan have done quite well this season. As that change is made, it's going to be Neil Shipperley coming off, and on comes Danny Webber. He'll be raring to go after starring at Millwall in midweek. And Webber certainly caused league problems in that game here last season.
He was a great professional, Neil Shipperley, and played his part tonight. Neil needs a change. Somebody a little bit quicker. Someone who scored a couple of goals in midweek, and you know what strikers are like. Once they bag a couple, they go on a run.
Lee Bromby's long throw, Jagielka challenging. Away by Lewis. Leeds looking for a third successive win in the league. Something that hasn't happened for almost 3 years. Sign of the times. Gillespie. Right. Cabba let it go for Webber. Cabba. Jagielka, in fact it's a free kick in a cracking position.
Well, they should know better, Gary Kelly. Don't go fishing in there for a ball you can't get, giving free kicks away just outside the box.
Neil Sullivan sorting out his wall. Alan Quinn could be the man here. Scored some smart goals from range for Sheffield United. Quinn! Oh, it's not far wide of Neil Sullivan's post, that.
Well, it's up and over the wall. You can see Sullivan scrambling across his goal. He's not quite sure, so he has to go the whole way. Just drifting away, though.
Came on and scored a beauty at Millwall in the week. Now Quinn, he's picked out Webber, and Danny Webber fires it wide.
Well, you can see already he's making a difference. Now they got the double threat leads. Cabba and Webber, the movement between them is very, very good, and they've got confidence. Certainly Danny Webber has. The shot's not great, but it's a warning to Leeds.
Webber groomed by Manchester United. And Sheffield United signed him from Watford after a loan spell last season. Morgan. Had a bit to say to Jonathan Douglas then. Cabba and Butler prodded it away. Now Derry. Cabba would have been flagged offside then had it got near him. Alan Quinn making the most of it. And Gary Kelly hasn't got it away. It's Webber. And it's Stephen Cabba! And it's 1-1. And that is typical of Sheffield United. They have responded. Cabba with the equaliser.
Brilliant strike from Steve Cabba. It was always going in from the minute he left his boot. But Gary Kelly, he's out-muscled by Alan Quinn. Just get rid of it, Gary. That's what Kevin Blackwell said to him afterwards. After then, they get a little bit of luck there when Webber gives it to Cabba. But after that, once he gets it on that right foot, to drag it away from the goalkeeper with the direction that he does, the two defenders shield the ball almost. And Sullivan in the goal can only stretch out that arm. But can he get it? Not a chance. What a goal. And there he is. Look, he told the fans there was still time. The Leeds United fans, and he was dead right.
Well, a couple of years ago, Stephen Cabba scored an FA Cup winner against Leeds United for Sheffield United. Now he's got a precious goal in the Championship for them. And it's all square with just over 20 minutes to go. And Montgomery catching Derry, and Cabba and Derry exchange words.
He won't take any nonsense, Alan Wiley.
He wants words with Derry and Cabba. I'm sure it will just be words. Derry, by the way, is on 4 yellow cards at the moment. If he were to get another one in this game, he would miss the trip to Reading next week. Just a warning, but a stern one.
Don't need any afters, Sean Derry. So hopefully that's it finished with.
Derry was involved in that tunnel bust-up at Burnley, the evidence in his eye. Hulse. Kelly's throw, and Butler losing out to Morgan. Oh, Butler let it go, and Douglas can't force the path through.
Good defending from Brumby. Didn't dive in, just stood his ground. Allowed Douglas to get the ball out of his feet. Douglas kicked it against him.
Foul by Douglas on Jagielka.
Well, they didn't keep the ball long enough, Leeds, and they got themselves to blame. Allowed Sheffield United to force them back almost immediately after the goal.
Webber. Now Alan Quinn. Webber again. Sheffield United hungry. Lewis stops it reaching Cabba.
There's no need to pass it there, Webber.
Cabba. Jagielka moving ahead of him. Once again, Cabba.
We'll take it over again.
Gillespie's cross and Cabba with a flying header.
I'll tell you what, this is what we call improvisation. This cross is not going to make anybody else, so if I get my head on it, it might deflect it in towards the net. Probably wouldn't have beat Neil Sullivan, but they now look a team once again, Sheffield United. That's why they're in the position they're in at the top of the table, because they're resilient, they show character even when they go behind, and they've got good players to put on the pitch afterwards.
That's why we're top of the league, is the cry from the Sheffield United supporters. Given away by Alan Wright, though, to Douglas. Oh dear.
Well, that's been their problem the whole game. Not being able to take charge of the game, just keep the ball, keep it away from Sheffield United.
Well, the Premiership live action this Sunday includes Everton against Chelsea. That's on Sky Sports 1 from 3 o'clock. Actually, before that, you can see the North East derby, Newcastle-Sunderland, on Prem Plus from 1. Well, David Healy is going to come on now for Leeds, and they're going to take off Robbie Blake.
I wouldn't be too happy if I was Robbie Blake, only for the reason that we don't keep the ball enough to try and get the strikers into the game enough. Early the midfield, apart from Eddie Lewis tonight, to provide anything for them. Richardson obviously scored his goal, but as far as lining stuff up, hasn't been great. But you can't deny this fella, David Healy. He can turn a game in a flash.
Kilgallen floating the free kick in. Oh, and Quinn just couldn't feed Webber. Healy, who scored Northern Ireland's famous winner against England, hasn't scored in his last 5 games for Leeds. Derry. And Rob Hulse caught Derek Geary. Hulse already on a yellow card.
Well, it was a genuine attempt to play the ball. Referee Alan Wiley just having a word with him. I'm sure it's only just a word to say, look, just be careful. You're already in the book.
Chris Morgan seeing the funny side of it. And so too is Derek Geary now.
This is the reason why they're back on level terms, because of this fella Steve Cabot. As you see, once again, concentration on the ball. It does get a bit of luck when it goes through the legs, but how many goals do we see like that?
Stephen Cabot had a wretched 2 years with injuries. It really has been like a new signing for Sheffield United as well, another new striker. Geary will be back soon, and Leeds are going to make another change in a moment with the Icelandic international Gylfi Einarsson waiting to come on, and he's going to take the place of the goalscorer Fraser Richardson.
He obviously just wants to tighten it up in midfield a little bit, Kevin Blackwell, because Sheffield United are starting to take control.
There's a Richardson who came through the youth system here. Fans show their appreciation for him as Einarsson comes on.
Just pushing Jonathan Douglas to the right hand side, and Einarsson will go centre midfield alongside Derry.
These Yorkshire rivals locked together at 1-1, but there's time for that to change. And a free kick for Healy as Morgan put himself about as usual. And a slip from Montgomery. And Morgan lunging in. There's got to be a free kick coming soon, you suspect. And Sean Derry could be the man to get a card here for that one. But there are a series of challenges flying in then, and Derry, if he is booked here, will miss the Reading game next week.
Yeah, I would imagine this will be a card from the referee. Yes, it is. No danger. It was all flying around there, as you quite rightly said, Ian. More like a Yorkshire derby. Just got a bit too much when Quinn got away.
Fifth yellow card of the season for Sean Derry. Rules him out of that trip to Reading. Leeds have had 4 yellow cards in this game. Sheffield United haven't had one yet. It is Jonathan Douglas, by the look of it, getting some treatment.
Well, Leeds thought they should have had a foul on Douglas before the Derry booking. That's what they're pointing to. That's what Kevin Black was saying. My midfielders ended up getting booked where we should have had a foul in the first place.
Douglas is on a season-long loan from Blackburn.
Let's have a look. Does Kevin Black will have a case just as Ian Arson wins this ball here. There's the tackle on Douglas. I'm not sure. Quinn looked to me like he took the ball, but then Derry was having none of it. Not got any of the ball, just got plenty of Quinn.
Heading towards the last 10 minutes. Alan Wright's free kick. Gillespie. Quinn did not keep it in. It's a Leeds throw. Another Leeds throw. Well, the attendance is the biggest of the season, 23,600 for this Yorkshire derby. As we mentioned in the first half, the gates here well down this season because of the big increase in season ticket prices. A lot of fans deciding not to pay those prices.
The thing you know about Leeds fans, though, is if they do look as if they're going to go on a run, they'll all just come flooding back. They won't worry about the money.
Gillespie. Keith Gillespie once scored a famous winner for Newcastle here on the same night that Kevin Keegan had his famous rant at Manchester United. Bromby. Harding and Bromby. Kilgallen.
Well, Sheffield United look the team most capable of winning the game, but then again, when you've got Holtz and Healy in your team, as Leeds have, you can never write them off.
Sheffield United have had a habit of scoring late goals this season. 8 times they've struck in the last 10 minutes of matches, and they wouldn't mind increasing that particular tally tonight. Ian Moore is going to take the place of Jonathan Douglas, who's still struggling a bit after that knock that he took. Moore, signed from Burnley, last March, the son of the Oldham manager, O'Gonny.
We'll give him plenty of fizz down that right-hand side. He gets a chance as well. Well capable of sticking it away.
Webber's run it out. Next up for Sheffield United, home games against Cardiff, who've done well under Dave Jones, and Luton, who've done very well under Mike Newell. Gillespie's cross, and Quinn with the header.
Not easy header that, but the goalkeeper had to move.
Hulse flicking it on. And a free kick given against Hulse.
Just a bit deep there, Sheffield United, I think. Warnock won't be too happy with that. So the goalkeeper's kick to be landing on the 18-yard line.
I mentioned those forthcoming league games for Sheffield United. Before that, they've got a Carling Cup tie at Reading. They'll go back there in midweek. Should be interesting. Although there might be some different players, I'm sure, from that fiery meeting recently. Derry lost it to Jagielka. Now Gillespie. Montgomery making himself available. Gillespie couldn't find him, but hangs on in there. Webber, Quinn. Alan Quinn, hopeful.
That's a waste. One more pass. People with you.
Sheffield United might be about to make another change with Vincent Perricard, who scored at Millwall in the week.
That could be Cabba, couldn't it? Because he's not going to upset the midfield in the back now. Not at this stage of the game.
Danny Webber. Kilgallen is there with him. It's come off Webber. Warnock eager to make this change. They have got Alan Wiley's attention, and it is going to be Stephen Cabba coming off, and on comes Vincent Perricard, who, like Cabba, had a terrible time with injuries. He was out for a couple of years on loan from Portsmouth at the moment, but Cabba's goal to Sheffield United level.
Yeah, it certainly did. Looked as if he's feeling an injury as well. Maybe Neil Warnock spotted that, grimacing a little bit as he comes off.
So on comes Perricard, who scored in his first start for Sheffield United at Millwall. Spent 3 years at Juventus without getting too near the first team. Will there be a late winner at Ellen Road tonight? And Arson. Healy. Derry is going to spread it to Kelly. In towards Rob Hulse.
seen better from Rob Hulse, not just in that particular shot there, but from the whole of the night. That chance he had in the first half normally sticks them away.
Lewis, Healy. Pericard fell over, but has time to recover. Webber. Stopped by Kilgallen. Scrambled away by Harding. Bromby with one of his shorter throws, looking for Pericard, but Lewis met it. Now Hulse. Derry, once again, is going to pop it across to Gary Keller. Encouragement for Leeds in the last minute of normal time. An arson for Derry, who helps it on to Harding. And Healy, and Hulse, and Ian Moore trying to get there as well, but Morgan dug it out.
Yeah, good defending. Leeds will look back on this game and think, well, why don't we just keep the ball a little bit longer throughout the other 88 minutes? Best passage of play, basically, that.
An arson for Sean Derry. And Ian Moore. Straight at Paddy Kenny, and there's going to be 4 minutes added on. A fair amount of time left for a winner. Alan Wright up towards Pericard. Leeds are certainly probing in injury time. Gillespie saw that one coming though. Jagielka. Derek Geary's got himself forward down the right. Montgomery does find Geary. And Harding and Lewis sorted out for Leeds, and now Rod Hulse. It's Eddie Lewis to ping it in, and Healy was lurking, and Alan Wright got a touch, seemingly.
Tell you what a brilliant ball this was. I'm really surprised if Alan Wright touched that in any way, shape or form.
Came off his little toe, that one. Perhaps. I think Neil Warnock might have something to say about this, if something comes of it. Into the mix it goes, but the referee has spotted an infringement.
What did he spot there? A situation where we're not sure it was a corner in the first place, so let's just blow up.
Neil Warnock and Kevin Blackwell having words. Long association together. Kevin Blackwell was Warnock's goalkeeper at Scarborough. That's where it all started, and they stayed together for 16 years. Looks like they might both get a point out of this game. Or will they? Eddie Lewis looking for a free kick, but Leeds have it still with Harding. Now Derry. Healy. Sure Hulse was ready for that. Hulse has conceded a free kick anyway. Just a minute of added on time remaining.
I think they'll both be happy with the point. Not an easy place to come to, Ellen Road. From Sheffield United's point of view and Kevin Blackwell's point of view, you're playing the leaders. Don't lose to them.
Leeds have certainly improved significantly this season compared to last, when they finished 14th, their lowest position since the 60s. And Kevin Blackwell has been involved in 55 transfers in and out in his comparatively short spell in charge of Leeds. He's had to build a new team. Last season they lost twice to Sheffield United. Looks like they'll get something out of this game, unless Danny Webber can get to this. Gary Kelly with him. It is all over, and it is a draw between two old friends. Neil Warnock's Sheffield United setting the pace in blistering fashion in the Championship this season, and showing their resilience here when they fell behind a Fraser Richardson strike. Stephen Cabot has been a breath of fresh air after recovering from those injuries, and he fired in the equaliser.
Yeah, just about right. Sheffield United basically the better team throughout the night, but without creating that many chances. Neil Sullivan obviously had to make most of the saves. But Leeds had their chances, scored a stunning goal as well, and a decent Yorkshire derby, we shall say.
And a Yorkshire derby that ends Leeds United 1, Sheffield United 1.